Hey guys, welcome back to the internet. Today we're going to be looking at some more Choosing Beggars so we can really illustrate peak entitlement culture. So this first story is called, You Sold Your Guitar? I'm Gonna Sue You. So a quick bit of backstory. I've been looking for a new guitar for ages and had my heart set on a Telecaster. I found the absolute perfect one in a local store, but I decided to wait a few days before buying it. It was going to cost me $2,000 and I didn't want to make an impulse buy. A couple of days passed and I went back to the store to buy it and it had been sold. I was devastated. A few weeks later, I got an opportunity to buy a nearly new Stratocaster. Even though it wasn't exactly the one I wanted, it was a great guitar at a really good price. My friend had bought it for $1,600, played it for a week, realized that he didn't like it, and he lost the receipt and couldn't return it to the store, so he offered it to me for $1,200. Sold. My girlfriend was super pissed off when I bought it. At the time, I think she was mad because I was being irresponsible with my money, but Christmas rolled around and I found out why she was angry. She bought the Telecaster I really wanted and gave it to me for Christmas. Once the holidays were over, I put the Stratocaster up for sale. This was the very first reply that I got to my ad. Man, that sucks. Pretty awesome girlfriend though. Hey, is this guitar still available? Yep, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Yeah, is the price firm? Yeah, pretty much. This is already the cheapest American Standard being advertised here, and none of the others in this price range have locking tuners. Having said that, if you're a serious buyer, I might have a little wiggle room. What did you have in mind? Can I have it for $400 cash? I'm asking $1,200. Yeah, and I'm offering $400. Take it or leave it. No, sorry. $1,200 is a really fair price. That's for the guitar, hard case, and all the case candy, plus free shipping within Canada. I can't knock $800 off. By a little wiggle room, I was thinking maybe I could let it go for $1,100 or something. Also, if your display location is correct, we're about 2,000 kilometers apart. Unless you're willing to drive 20 plus hours to get it here, we can't do a cash deal. Any sale would have to be done via PayPal. F PayPal, stupid crooks. I've only got $500 and I would have to set it up and buy new strings, so I can only offer $400. Why the heck would I want candy? Are you for real? Just sell me the guitar. If I wanted candy, I'd go to the store. Not candy. Case candy. It's an expression used to describe all the goodies that the manufacturers throw in the case when you buy a new guitar. In this case, it means the trim arm, the user manual, the warranty, a fender sticker, the hang tags, etc. Also, I had the guitar professionally set up before posting it for sale, and it has brand new strings on it, so you don't need to worry about any other added expenses. Whatever, it's for my son. $1,100 still too much for a kid's guitar. $425 cash. An American Standard really isn't a kid's guitar. If your budget is in the $400 to $500 range, you should check out Squier Strats. The classic vibe and vintage modified models are really good guitars, and I think they go for around $500 new, so you could probably find a nice used one for $400, maybe even less. Hey Artard, if I wanted a Squier, I'd look for a Squier. My son wants a Fender, not a freaking Squier. Okay, well this Fender is selling for $1,200, not $425. If you're selling it, you don't need it. $450, final offer. No, sorry. $475, final offer. Sorry, I can't sell it for anywhere near that price. It's for my son. Why are you being so greedy? I'm going to buy your guitar, but you have to deal. Offering $475 for a $1,200 guitar isn't within the realm of dealing. Can you just give me a break? It's for my son, and he really wants this guitar. And to be honest, calling me an artard and swearing at me when I was only trying to be helpful doesn't make me want to deal with you. A break, maybe, but a $725 break? Not a chance. You're wasting my time. Oh, F, you're a SWJ guitar player? I thought only men play guitars. I think you mean SJW, and guitars are played by everyone. Annie Clark is one of the best guitar players in the world. In any event, clearly this isn't going anywhere, so good luck with your search. Never heard of her. I wonder why if she is so great. $500, take it or leave it. I'll leave it. So I ended up selling the guitar the same day that I posted the ad. Even though I had taken the ad down, I kept getting replies for the next few days, and I didn't pay too much attention to them or who they were from. I just gave the same stock, sorry, it's been sold, to the 10 or so other messages that came my way. Then this one popped up on my phone. Guitar still available? No, sorry, it just sold a couple of days ago. I pulled the ad after the sale, but apparently if it's in your cache, it will still show up on the website if you search for it. How much did it go for? $1,200. I'm going to sue you. Huh? We had a contract. What are you talking about? Are you sure you're talking to the right person? Yes, dipstick, I'm sure. We had a contract and you broke it. I don't know what you're talking about, and I really think you have me confused with someone else. I was selling the red Strat. I know, Artard. Boy, are you artarded. What contract are you talking about? I said I was going to buy your guitar. That's verbal contract. You sold it to someone else, which is broke the contract, and now I'm going to sue you. Laugh now, you artard, because the judge is going to make you cry. You're broke the law, and now you're going to pay. Honest question, are you okay? You're not really making sense. Go get me that guitar and sell it to me for $500 like we agreed, or I'll sue you. Hurry up, Artard. The guitar has been sold. We didn't have a contract, and you have no grounds for a lawsuit. No, I said I was going to buy your guitar. That's a verbal contract. You owe me that guitar. Also, it was for my son, and you knew that when he didn't get it after I promised him, he cried. That's emotional distress damages, and you have to pay for that too. Big money. I'm sorry that your son is upset, but you shouldn't have promised him the guitar if you weren't willing to pay for it. Once again, though, we didn't have a contract, and it's not my fault that you disappointed your son. I suspect he's used to that, though. Now that's slander. Keep digging your hole, Artard. You're hilarious, but unfortunately, I don't have any more time to waste on you. Have a nice day. Give me your name and address so my lawyer can contact you to sue you. No. That's obstruction of justice. Keep digging, a-hole. Have a nice day. Oh man, this guy's great. I love how he says, I said I was going to buy your guitar. That's a verbal contract. You owe me that guitar. I mean, does he realize that a transaction has to take agreement from both parties in order to go through? I mean, I don't know, maybe this guy's onto something. Maybe I should just like walk onto a car dealership and be like, I want to buy this car for $200. And now that I've offered that, that's a verbal contract. So now you have to sell it to me for that. I mean, yeah, it might work. Maybe I'll give that a shot this weekend. Also, I love how he tries to guilt trip the whole time. It's like, this is for my son, therefore I can, as long as I tell somebody that it's a gift, it means I can pay less than half price for it, too. Anyways, let's move on to the next story. So this story is called, Thought I'd Do Something Nice for Someone I Used to Go to High School With. I know it can be tough going through college without a laptop. My mistake, I guess. Let's see. Hey friend, long time no speak. Hi, yeah, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well. I saw your post about needing a laptop for classes. I have an old one you could use if you want. Oh really? Thanks so much. What kind is it? It's an Acer. It has Windows 10 on it and it's only a few years old. I recently bought a new Mac, so I don't need it anymore. Oh, thanks. But I actually need a Mac, since I'm in art school and all. Art school? That's cool. You were always really creative. I do have an older 2011-2012 MacBook Pro that you could have. It just has a small hairline crack in the screen, but it's barely noticeable. Otherwise, the screen is perfect. I could meet you at the mall if you'd like to grab it from me sometime. Thanks, but I can't use a cracked laptop. Could you help me buy a new one, or let me use yours for a few semesters? Sorry, I actually need that for software development, so I unfortunately can't just give it away. The older Mac isn't really cracked. Like I said, it has a small hairline fracture that's barely noticeable. But again, if you really need a laptop, I would be glad to give you the Acer or the older Mac. Well, I guess if you're gonna be like that, I could take the older two and sell them to be able to buy a new one. When could you meet? I'm sorry, I didn't give you permission to sell my laptops. You could use them for your studies if you want and return them after. And he gets blocked for that. Yeah, I mean, what a jerk. You're offering a free laptop and you won't even give him your nice one. Man, some people. Now to the final story. It's called, You Want to Be Rude and Racist to People That's Trying to Help You. Now you can enjoy half of a roof over your head. So I own a small home improvement company. I do alright for myself, but for some reason my family thinks I'm rich. They don't realize that I'm saving money for all 4 of my kids to go to college. And I have 12 employees to take care of. All of my money is tied up. The roof on my aunt's house was in deplorable condition. Last July, my grandmother talked me into fixing it for free. It wasn't an easy job, either. It's a 12-12 pitch, 3 layers thick, with cedar shake on the bottom. Normally, I would charge $15K for this type of job, but I let my grandmother talk me into it. I asked my employees to volunteer their only day off that week. To my surprise, all 10 of my laborers decided to show up. They all refused to clock in. They told me my family is their family, and for family they only charge beer. Honestly, I was humbled by their generosity. As soon as we get to my aunt's house, we start setting up, and my guys start playing the radio. They were listening to some very Mexican music. Then my trashy cousin decided she was going to go outside and start yelling at these guys about the music, and had them turn it off. About an hour later, my cousin came outside again to tell all these guys to put their shirts on because she felt like it was inappropriate for her 8-year-old daughter to see a man working with his shirt off. After the tear-off was done, and we installed a new roof deck, I went out and got a couple of buckets of chicken and a few cases of beer. Everyone was standing in the yard eating chicken and drinking beer, talking and joking and having a good time. Then my cousin decided to come out again. This time, she's complaining about everyone drinking on the job. This time I pulled her to the side and reminded her that these guys were doing a $15,000 job for free. I flat out told her she needed to shut up and get back in the house. That's when she decided to slap me across the face. Right away I called the police and had her arrested. After the police drove off with her in handcuffs, my aunt completely lost it. She started screaming at me and then threatening to call ICE on my employees. She told me I should be ashamed of myself for not hiring legal American citizens. I told my crew to pack up their stuff and hit the road. They're nicer than me because they went up and tarped the roof off before they left. About 2 days later, I sent my aunt a text message stating that I expect a sincere, well-written apology letter for all of my employees if she wanted her roof finished. About a week later, I was served a subpoena by the police. My aunt was suing me for damages. I explained the whole situation to the judge and showed her the message that I sent to my aunt requesting a simple apology letter, to which the judge fully agreed on my behalf. My aunt was ordered by the court to write 10 sincere apology letters to my employees before I finish her roof. She still hasn't wrote those letters, and she still doesn't have a roof. Man, I don't think that you should give her a roof at all. I think you should just leave it the way it is and let her live like that. But anyways, I hope everyone listening gets to feel better about yourself by listening to these stories. So hopefully we can find some more stories tomorrow. So thanks for watching.